Rondo, I finna slam dunk. Get big on you fake pumps. That pump ain't no fake pump. Bitch fell for the pump fake. Got him talking like first take. Get it right on the first take. Hit the hole in the first.
I'm glad to have a female on here though. I feel like every time I have a female on, like my female percentage go up like 2%.
Yeah.
Like it started out at 11%. I think we at like 18 now.
Yeah.
So hopefully it'll go to over 20 here.
Yeah.
I don't think girls like me though.
Well, see, I don't know you not to like you. And I kind of already understand you a little bit too. So.
Why you feel like that?
Cause I could just tell like you a creative, like so I could just.
But understand. I think females don't like my show because I say the B word and they take offense to that shit, and I don't even say it like in no negative way.
Yeah, so don't call me no bitch.
I don't even call females bitches. I might just be like a bitch this, a bitch that, and they be like, he say bitch too much, and I be like, dog, it ain't even that serious. Let me scoot the mic closer to your mind.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I be like, it ain't even that serious.
I don't know. Some people sensitive about that word.
Yeah, and I used to be like, I don't give a damn about how they feel about it. But now I'm like, after having a conversation about white people saying the N-word, I'm like, okay. Yeah. I feel like females feel the same feel the same way about the B word. So I'm like, I can just dumb it down a little bit and hopefully they take it. I don't know, dog.
Yeah, just say girl. Or like
I be trying to say women too, but sometimes like
females.
It be some other shit. Like I be like, I don't even always be talking about females. I be like a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
I would just explain to somebody what a bitch ass nigga would like, cause Valentine's just passed, and I was telling them I was like, it's two different type men. Like it's a man who like is a confident man. He ain't even got to be an alpha male. He's just a confident man, so his woman is willing to submit. Then it's also just this bitch ass nigga, and a woman know he a bitch ass nigga, so she take advantage of him.
She gonna treat him like a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, and that shit fucked up.
Cause women will submit. I will speak on our behalf. We will, but
what it take though?
You gotta have a plan. Like you want someone to follow you, and you don't even have shit in order. And when I say things in order, can I say shit? I don't know.
Yeah, we cuss.
When you don't have shit, I know. When you don't have shit in order, it gives us less confidence in you. So not saying everything has to be perfect because we are working on stuff too, but just have a plan and reach some goals and
Yeah. So I don't know though, like I agree with you, but I feel like a lot of women nowadays, they don't really care about having a man that'll lead. They much rather have that bitch ass nigga, and then they just go with the flow because a lot, like statistically, women are way more successful than men nowadays.
Yeah.
So they just
you right.
They want a bitch ass nigga just for companionship.
Yeah, no, not me though. Like you gotta handle me because I'm a lot to handle. So I can't have no bitch ass nigga because I'm not a bitch. Like
But you know what? When women say like I'm a lot to handle, I feel like that mean they crazy as hell and they about to goddamn take you through the ringer with some crazy shit. Especially like, how old you is?
31. I just turned 31.
Okay, 31. Okay, we around the same age, but like a woman that's like between the ages of like 23 and 27. Boy, they play them little childish ass
Okay, if a
games.
woman between 23 and 27 say I'm a lot to handle, she probably do mean she crazy.
Yeah,
because
like,
we still young, we figuring shit out, going through a lot of stuff. At my age, when I say I'm a lot to handle, I mean I'm just a very busy woman.
Okay.
Like I have a busy schedule.
Okay.
So like I probably can't just sit and talk to you all day. Like you can't have my attention like that. And then I want to do things with people who are like intentional. So if you're not getting a lot of my time, it's probably just because I don't feel like it's important to be around you.
Okay. I can respect that because
yeah,
like
so I'm
I said,
a lot, but
those younger girls, they
be crazy.
They be on some different shit. They want to go through your phone while you sleep. They want to goddamn play these little childish ass games. Like I remember my homeboy, he was dating this younger girl. She was like 21, 22, like fresh out of college. And she used to do this little shit where she'll get mad at him and block him and wait for him to call her from another phone. And when he would call her from another phone, she'll just be happy. I'm like, nigga, that's childish as hell.
That's
like, why we gotta do all this? Either you gonna fuck with me or you not.
I won't lie, I did that before. With a guy though, but I knew he would like contact me. Like, I'm just gonna block his ass because you really pissed me off. But he knew that like he probably was blocked and would have to contact me a different way.
And when he contacted you a different way, you was just like, cool.
I mean, I wouldn't be like just cool, but I'd just be like, yeah, I would just talk to him or whatever, and you know.
Why do that shit?
Be like, why you block me? Like,
why do that shit?
You on my nerves. I mean, I can't change my number every time somebody pisses me off, so yeah.
I also feel like they be wanting a nigga to like pop up on them and like they feel like, ooh, he popped up on me, he love me.
I don't know, depending on who you are, yeah, you could pop up, you know.
See what I'm saying? That shit be crazy. I ain't popping up on nobody. I ain't going through nobody's phone. I ain't doing none of that crazy shit. Either you fuck with me or you not. If I gotta do all that shit, I'm like, bruh.
Now, let me tell you, in getting older, I don't care about going through your phone because I don't want you going through my phone.
Yeah.
So, excuse me, I'm good on that. Like, don't go through my phone. Yeah. I don't want to go through your phone. Let's just trust each other, I guess. But
let me introduce this podcast, though. I just jumped on this bitch, goddamn, and just started talking.
Oh, shit, okay.
I do that shit all the time. Another episode of Sit Down with Slim, man. We ain't got Blue in here today, man. I don't know what the hell Blue got going on, but yeah, we got a special guest in here. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself and tell the people what you about.
Okay. Well, thank you again for having me. Hey, everybody. My name is Portia. I'm an author. I'm a podcaster, entrepreneur. My podcast is like number one right now, but I do have a book that will be coming out in March. That's where it's slated to be published. So yeah, I'm just doing my thing, grinding, trying to make a difference.
Let's talk about this podcast, because that's my favorite topic in the world, and I go on long rants about it. But what made you start the podcast?
I started it almost 2 years ago, and it's just because I felt like I had something to say. So, like, in expressing myself, at that time, the podcast was the best way for me to do it because I can talk and I can just speak and get my thoughts out. And once I started recording, like once I did the first episode and it got a lot of good feedback, I just kept going. Yeah.
You moving towards doing a visual podcast?
I am. I've already started like going live more, so I'm active on Facebook. But so I start going live more there. I'm gonna start on IG, and then I do want to do like more visual stuff.
I can tell though, you still nervous on camera, ain't you?
Yeah.
Why though? Like, what is it? I talk to a lot of podcasters that only do audio, and I be trying to tell them like, bro, audio ain't gonna get you to the next level. You got to get on that visual.
You do.
And they tell me straight up like, bro, I'm just nervous about it. Like, man, I had a man tell me, I ain't gonna say his name, but shout out to him. When he hear this, he gonna know I'm talking about him. But I had a man tell me straight up, like, he was like, boy, I gained a lot of weight since high school, man. I don't want people to see it. I'm like, bro, you can't worry about that shit, though.
Well, see, with me, I always been thick like this, so I don't think, nobody not gonna expect to get on here and see, like, Portia skinny or anything like that. But I do want to look nice, you know, and then I'm a female, so I have to do like a little bit more sometimes depending on what's going on. But no, I'm not scared, but I just do feel like it's like an extra step for me. Like, I'm not just about to wake up and be like, hey, what's up, y'all? So
like, before you cut the camera on, hair and makeup just got to be intact and ready and everything.
Yeah, it should. Like, now when I'm at home, like, you know, not so much. You know, I throw on a cap or anything, but yeah, for something like this, or like when I start doing my videos, it's gonna be like strategic.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie though, like, when it comes to this shit, sometimes it's some run and gun type shit. Like, you can't be on 10 every day. Yeah. You just gotta jump into it.
Yeah.
I know that's a fact with me anyway. Like, I remember I did a podcast with a lady last year, and it was about hair, and I was talking about how Kevin Durant got nappy hair. And all the women in the comments was like, nigga, look at your head. But see, I don't care though, because I was like, bruh, I don't get haircuts. I don't do none of that shit. I just don't give a fuck. So like, comments don't bother me. I don't care about that shit. That's why I started podcasting, because I just don't care. I just don't give a fuck. Like,
but do you have a purpose with your podcast though? Yeah. Or like a crowd you want to reach, or people you want to relate to?
Yeah, it's crazy because when I first started podcasting, I wanted to start a podcast about entrepreneurship, because I'm real big on entrepreneurship. But for some reason, like, before I even recorded an episode about it, like, cause I listen to a lot of podcasts, I figured out that shit is boring and that don't nobody want to hear that shit every week.
Right, yeah.
So I was like, it's gonna be hard to do that week to week. And then, so when I finally started a podcast, I started a podcast with somebody I had just met, and we were talking about hip hop topics. And I knew instantly, like, that shit ain't gonna last long because you got Joe Budden, you got all these people that talk about hip hop. Why the fuck they want to listen to me talk about hip hop? Then as I kept going and I just started kicking shit with my friends, and I literally was doing this shit every day because I had a studio in my house. So I was like, man, I really can just kick shit and make people laugh and, you know, talk about some informative shit here and there, and that shit'll be all right. But the biggest thing that I didn't want to happen when it came to podcasting was I didn't want to be the person that wasn't interested and thought I was the most interesting person in the world.
Oh, yeah, no.
That's my biggest fear. Like, I was going to ask you about that. Like, what about you think that sticks out and that'll make people want to listen to you?
I think I'm honest and I'm like really relatable, and people get to know me. A lot of times people think they do know me, and then they put me in this box and they think one thing, and then that's just really not me. So I'm just super honest and open, very probably sometimes too open and honest, but it all has a purpose, and I know it all, you know, makes sense in the end. So that's just my story and my journey that I feel like I was chosen to tell. Everyone, you know, podcasting may not be for them because, like you said, you get on here, you talk, you want to make people laugh, you want to relate to people, and then you want to reach certain people. But everyone is not as open with their journey. So I think with me being honest, it gives people a different perspective of me.
What topics do you think you kind of like center around mostly on your podcast?
Mental health, like having a healthy mental health. Being intentional with your choices, staying consistent, like if you're an entrepreneur or if you're a student or if you're a parent, like just staying consistent, learning and growing. Yeah, purpose.
Why is mental health a big one for you?
We don't talk about it enough, and I'm affected by it. Like, it's around me, and it's been around me my whole life. And I feel like so many different things probably could have been avoided if more I think people know when there's something wrong, but like just acknowledging it, taking care of it. So yeah, it's important.
I think the crazy thing about like mental health is that people go so long without even acknowledging it, that to the point where they just feel like it's a part of them. Yeah. Like, I was telling one of my friends yesterday, I think my little brother is schizophrenic. My homeboy I grew up with, I know he's schizophrenic for a fact. But I think my little brother is for real. And like, I don't know, it's crazy because like he like 27 years old, you know what I'm saying?
Oh Lord, yeah.
And it's like, I feel like it's been there for like the last year or two. And they say like that's when it start, you know, popping up when you like 25. And I really just don't know how to go about it though. Cause it's like, the mental health thing is scary because it's like people wake up some days and they just totally different people. Like, in the case of my brother, the other day he woke up and was just mad as fuck. I'm talking about just mad at the world. Like, nigga was snapping, he was tripping, and I'm just like, bro, what the fuck wrong with you? And then he was just like, none. Then the next day he woke up excited as hell.
Oh Lord.
And I was like, bruh, something going on.
Yeah, no.
Then I talked to my mom's about it. She kind of in denial about it, you know what I'm saying? But she ain't really been around us in like a couple years, so she don't really understand. I'm like, Shawty, I'm telling you, there's some shit going on. That's
scary. And honestly, if you are not like actively working on your mental health, like if you do have issues or whatever, I'm not around you. Like, I can't handle it. Like, yeah. So you gotta be, you have to be on top of things and making sure you taking care of your mental health, like, to even be around me, because, no.
Do you at least try to, like, tell someone, like, hey, you know, you should try to get this in order or talk to somebody about this?
I think, like, what I do is I make sure I clarify, like, how I'm feeling about a situation. Like, if I know something can trigger someone, I try to make sure I say it a certain way to not trigger them. Okay? Also, sometimes I help people to identify feelings, like, okay, well, maybe this is what you're feeling. Like, instead of someone just saying they're mad or annoyed or whatever, you may be feeling like something else. So I think I just try to help people think different ways about it as opposed to just putting it on them. Like, mental health. Like, I just try to live by it and then, like, kind of hold people accountable, especially if you're around me.
What mental health issues you think you deal with?
Anxiety would probably be the main one. I have dealt with depression, like postpartum after having children, but also in general, you know, when certain things happen. But outside of that, really just my anxiety is crazy. Like, people don't understand. Like, it's you know, because your mind just, like, constantly going and thinking about stuff and trying to, like, resolve stuff. And you are resolving it, or you know what I mean? Like, you have stuff in order, but your mind's still, like, going. So, yeah, it's a lot.
And then it's like, I know exactly what you mean, because it's kind of hard to talk to people about stuff like that. Like, I was explaining to somebody before. It's like two situations I was explaining. One time I was talking to somebody, and I was like, I remember when I was a little kid, all I wanted was an old school car with some rims on it. Then when I got that, I was like, damn, I want a goddamn sports car.
Yeah.
Then when I got a sports car, I was like, damn, I want a motherfucking Ferrari. Like, I just ain't never happy. Yeah. And then I was watching a podcast, and the podcast is on there was talking about, he was like, he had just got his dream house with his wife, and they had moved the furniture in the first day, and he had his laptop up, and he was looking at other houses, and she like walked by and was like, what you looking at? And he was like, houses. And she was like, wow, we just moved in. Mm-hmm. And he was like, you know, I just want to know what else is out there. And I was like, I know that feeling, because that's how I am. And like, it's hard to describe to people that don't have that drive. Yeah. And then also I was explaining to somebody about how, like, whenever, like, okay, I make shirts and hoodies and stuff for people, like, constantly, like, probably every day. Every once in a while, I'm going to say, like, if I make 40 shirts or 40 hoodies, I'm going to make one mistake. And when I go to sleep at night, I'm going to think of that mistake all night. I'm talking about waking up at 2 a.m, like, oh, I can't believe I peeled that shit wrong. Mm-hmm, like, just shit like that. And I don't think other people care about that.
Now, let me tell you, like, the first thing you just said, when you get something but you steady want something else. Yeah. Like, I feel like that's two different things. Like, for one, you need to allow yourself to be happy, like, with what you do have, you know, and acknowledge
people
that.
People say that.
Yeah, just acknowledge that, like, okay, that's cool, you know, I did good or whatever. But then it may be something else that you're trying to fulfill. Like, it's a different void. So you put it into, like, material things, like, I need this, I need that, but it might be something else.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. I'm not a doctor.
Oh, no, you're right. Because I used to be real materialistic, but
yeah.
I started tapping into my creative side, and, like, I stopped giving a fuck about material shit, like, at all. That's why now I'm talking about selling my car and all kind of shit, because I'm just like, man, I don't really need goddamn all this other shit. Like, long as I got my camera and my computers, I'm good. I don't need shit else. I don't need no motherfucking sports car. I don't need none of that shit. As long as I can create some shit and goddamn I got all the tools I need to make some money, I'm all the way straight.
Yeah, so are you big on, like, monetizing and capitalizing off of, like, the podcast, merchandise? You know what I mean? Like, really getting streams, views, and
man, honestly, I got so much shit going on that I kind of fell off from it. When I first started, I was good. Like, I had sponsors. I was big on my merch. My merch was bringing in a lot of money. I was good. But then, like, my photography business started picking up, and now I just be like, honestly, I ain't never even said this out loud, but I literally just do my podcast for fun. Like, for real. Like, I don't care about making no money off this shit. I do this shit because I like to do it. Like, matter of fact, the other day I was in my feelings about some shit Saturday night, and I just came up here with a bottle of goddamn Casamigo and drank the whole bottle and recorded by myself for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Just sat in here.
You was venting about what made you mad?
Yeah. But I put it on the Patreon. So those listening, join the Patreon for $5. You can goddamn hear my little 2-hour rant on there that I was angry about. I'm not saying it on here. You got to pay to hear goddamn why I was sad about that shit. But nah, that's what podcasting is for me though. That shit kind of therapeutic. Like, yeah. I just enjoy doing this shit. Like, I be running around all the time, and then when I finally like sit in here and lock in, I'm just relaxed and I'm happy. I'm like, okay, I like doing this. I like to run my fucking mouth too. I ain't gonna
Me too. That's what I told you. Like, I can talk. Like, if I can't do anything else, I can't talk. But I have my moments though when I'm like just by myself, reclusive. But other than that, I like to talk and connect and network. So.
How do you feel about your conversation skills though, being that you like to talk? Because a lot of people that like to talk have horrible conversation skills. Where would you rate yours?
It depends. Okay, so like when I first started podcasting, it was just me talking. Okay, then I would do interviews like here and there, but it wasn't another person. Like I would just send them questions and then they'll send it back and then I'll do it that way. So now I just recently, maybe in the past 2 or 3 months, started to interview like live interviews. Mm-hmm. And it is different because I don't want to like overtalk people. And I feel like if you interviewing someone, like it's your job to kind of keep the conversation like to make it make sense. So sometimes you have to like bring people back in, or you want to make sure they hit certain points, you know, just to make it like the best interview possible. So I think I have great communication skills. I'm working on my conversation, but I can speak to anyone. Like as far as just having and holding a conversation, I can do that. I can do that with
How would you describe your interviewing style?
Okay, I haven't did that many. But I would say right now it's informative. And like bringing awareness to certain things. Like well, my first one was she's a chef. She's based in Atlanta, but she does like THC infused like desserts and treats or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I just told her story. She deals with like a illness that causes her a lot of pain, so she kind of talked about that. But then she's really big into like I don't know, breathing, nature, grounding. Like she's one of those type of people.
Oh, that earthy shit.
Yeah. So we just talked about, you know, different things like that. So but then I also interviewed like the director of the Board of Elections, which is like the woman who controls like all the voting things in Richmond County. Mm-hmm. And then I had to have an interview with Judge Walker. She's a black female judge here in Augusta coming up next week. So I'm trying to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm working on just, like you said, you can kind of hear when somebody's anxious in their voice. So I'm working on like just being calm and letting the other person talk, and then make sure I articulate what I'm really trying to say.
What you think it's going to take for you to get calm and be relaxed on the mic?
Just keep doing it. Yeah.
How many episodes you think it's going to take, though?
Like, episodes interviewing people? Yeah. Or, I'm gonna lie, the last one I just did, this guy named Reggie, he's in prison at Finney Road. And I interviewed him from Finney Road. It was really good. Like, I let him talk. I held off from, like, you know, like I have this laugh I do that's like, it comes out of nowhere. Kind of like a nervous laugh.
You snort?
I don't snort with it, but it's just like, it's just a laugh, and I'm like, oh God, I don't even know why I'm laughing. So like this last one, it wasn't that long, but I feel like it was a better interview. So I feel like I'll take that into my next interview, like with Judge Walker and whatever else is to come. Just staying calm and just controlling the interview. I want to make sure I do that.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know how difficult it is to like get in front of these microphones and these lights and cameras and shit, and being able to articulate yourself and also come up with some compelling content.
Yes.
It's difficult. I'm going to be honest with you though. I never had a chance to get nervous. Because when I first started, I had so much equipment I was trying to learn. By the time I pressed record, I didn't have time to think about being nervous.
Yeah.
Like now I'm thinking about what the hell I'm going to talk about.
Right. I think when I first started, I would like re-record it. Like, oh, I messed up here, I messed up there, and then I just stopped doing that. I do it one time, and if I mess up, I'm like, oh well, I'm human. So I do like that part too. Like I guess freestyle. I mean, I have a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I have notes. At one point, I went specifically off of notes, but then I got better, and I could still make my points without looking at it. So now I kind of do like a combination of both.
Yeah. doing podcasts by yourself too is a lot harder than doing it with guests. I never recommend that to people. Like I say, always start out with guests and then transition into doing it by yourself. Cause I ain't gonna lie, you got to be a crazy motherfucker to sit in a room by yourself and record by yourself. And I'm crazy.
I do it.
I'm crazy as a motherfucker. I told you, I sat in this bitch for 2 hours drinking a bottle of liquor, just recording.
I do it. Like sometimes, like you will even hear because I have a 5-year-old and she may come, Mommy, I want just like, yeah, but no, I don't mind doing it. But like I said, you know, it's always with purpose and intent. So I don't feel crazy. I just feel like I'm supposed to do it. So.
Oh, I know I'm crazy. I know it. Like I can feel it. Like
you can feel it in your bones.
Yeah, I can feel that shit. Like I have a drink, then I start talking. I go on a long rant for like 10 minutes, and then I just start thinking like, "Oh, nigga, you crazy." Like for real, like you really in here talking to yourself, and like I ask myself a question and respond to it.
Oh, hold on.
For real, that's when I know. Like, and then I got a homeboy named Quay, and I had posted something on Facebook, and I was like, "Motherfuckers think I'm crazy because I can record a whole podcast by myself." And him and my homeboy Cooks, they were like, "Nigga, you is crazy. Like, only crazy niggas can do that type shit." Then when you think about people in media, like the people in media that do that shit, they are crazy. Like Bill Burr, Howard Stern, especially Bill Burr. That motherfucker crazy. Like he record 2-hour podcasts just himself, just yelling and screaming on rants.
That's a little bit narcissistic too. Like you just want to sit there, and that's why I make mine kind of short and sweet. You know, like people don't even want to. I'm like, nobody wants to hear me talk, and then I have to talk like this in my professional voice, so I can't talk like you're just sitting there talking to me because I want it to reach like a large platform. So sometimes I can tune it down a little bit, but yeah, I'm not just gonna talk like I'm, you know, just with my homegirl, get my hair did.
So how you feel about cussing on podcasts then?
Oh, I curse. I'm in general, like I'm not a cusser, like. You know, if I get mad, I'm not saying I don't, but so yeah, if I feel like it, like I will. I think my favorite cuss word is probably shit. Like
that's a simple cuss word too. I had somebody, I think when I first started podcasting, we did a video and I forgot what it was about. I think I called it like Black Republican because a lot of people be saying I'm a Black Republican, which isn't true, but you know I just go with it. And somebody commented and was like, this would have been a real informative video if you didn't say nigga every 2 seconds. And it was a white boy that commented and said it. And I was like, bruh, he said something about some CNN or some shit. I was like, bruh, I don't know if you know this, but I'm not trying to work for CNN. I'm trying to be CNN. Like, so I'm going to talk however the fuck I want to. Yeah. If you don't want to click in, I feel you, bro. I'm not mad, nigga. This shit ain't gonna be for everybody.
Now, that's how I feel, too, because I won't lie. Like, I was raised in the church, and I do feel like a lot of people have opinions based off of that. Like, they expect maybe to hear one thing, and I'm like, that's not really me, so...
Oh, they want you to have the church podcast and talk about started out with the sermon and God is good with the music playing in the background and shit.
But then also on the other hand, like people feel like I'm hood, like, and you know what I mean. I am from the hood, and I do actually live in the hood. I'm from down the way 8th Avenue off of 15th Street.
Okay,
I went to Josie, so but I'm not really like the hood. Depending on which crowd I'm in, like I don't really fit in. Like, that's another reason why I know I can podcast, because it's so many people who, like, don't really fit in. Like, you know what I mean? So, I just enjoy being myself, like...
Why you feel like you don't fit in, though?
Because I'm misunderstood a lot. And just, like, to a certain extent or a certain level, I just can't get with certain shit, you know? So, like, let's say, you know... Which I'm older now, but let's say, you know, if you smoke or whatever, you know, I smoke, but I'm not like high as fuck all day, not doing anything. I'm not smoking with this person, that person. I go buy my weed and I smoke at my house, like, you know what I mean? So I just feel like in everything I do, I just do it a little bit different. And I feel like, you know, anybody who met me, probably they can be a witness. Like, they never really quite met anybody like me.
Yeah.
And that could be good or bad, but I just know... they just like, this girl just so different. Like,
so how'd you get into being an author and writing books?
I'm a natural writer, like really good at English. My mom, she writes. So I just feel like it's a talent that I have. It's a gift. What made me want to write this book, because it deals with so many different topics. Initially, the main character, her name is Parker Grace. She actually commits suicide. Mm-hmm. And she is like 24, 25, fine, rich, educated, you know what I mean? And so her suicide is like a really big shock. So then it dives deeper into the opioid crisis. Of course, we're talking about love and traveling and designer brands and stuff. So it's like a really good book. I created all the characters, the city, the plot, like, so I'm ready for it to come out. I actually want to bring you a copy of the, well, it's not the entire book, but it was a part of the manuscript, but I just didn't have time.
Yeah,
I wanted to get that to you.
That sounds interesting. I got a lot of homeboys that passed away from prescription pain pills too.
Wow,
so
yeah,
I like to read about something like that.
Yeah, so it's a big deal. Like pills, like, man, and then it's like it affects people like of all ages, 15, 16, up into older people. So yeah,
I try not to be insensitive when it comes to like drugs and shit, but I just never could understand it. And I had a conversation with one of my homeboys that passed away. He was real strung out on morphine, and he told me one day he was like, Slim, you don't understand. Like, we do drugs because it's hard to get up every day and whoop. And I don't know. I kind of got an understanding from that, but it's crazy because after he told me that, that's when I knew he was gonna pass away. Yeah. And I told my homeboys that I was like, yeah, bro, he ain't got too much longer. And that's why now they be calling me the devil. They be like every time. They be like every time Slim say some shit, it happens. And I was like, bro, I'm not Miss Cleo. Okay. Like, I can just talk to somebody and see they strung out and know like it's over, bro. And can't nobody do shit about it. Like, they done gave up. And you know, like, you can just look a man in his eyes and see like the hope just leave. Yes. And that's the sad thing about drugs. Like, drugs takes away your soul. It takes away your personality. And once that shit gone, it's just over with. Like, it's just a downhill from now.
It is. I never have wanted to, and I'm not judging anybody, or how they cope, but I know it's a coping mechanism. Besides green, like, I never wanted to do any other drugs, like pop pills or cocaine, like syrup. Like, I just never. I'm like, if I can smoke, like, I'm good. Anybody who know me know, like, I'm good. I just want to smoke. So I don't want to do anything else. One time I started drinking a little bit too much, and like, I had to just hold back on that because you just trying to cope. So I understand, like, not wanting to get out of bed and it's hard, but like you said, you got to kind of have something worth fighting for, worth living for.
Oh, so, I ain't gonna sit here and act like I'm anti-drugs. I drink. Everybody know I drink like a motherfucker. And
I used to.
And hallucinates. Oh, I'm big on hallucinates. You give me some shrooms or some acid, I'm game. Some shrooms or some acid. I don't just be waking up and be like, damn, I feel like eating some shrooms or doing some acid. Yeah. But if somebody talking about, hey, bro, goddamn, we should get some shrooms and just trip out. Oh, I'm with it. I'm game. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? But like, as far as hard drugs and shit, I ain't never did cocaine.
You never smoked crack?
Nah, I ain't never smoked crack. I started smoking weed when I was like 13. Yeah. And when I got down, hit like 19, I had to stop because like I had started going to college and got down. That shit made me lazy. I used to fall asleep trying to write papers. And that used to make me paranoid, driving down the highway just tripping. And I was like, man, weed ain't for me no more. Then every time I smoke weed after, I think I smoked weed 3 times after I quit cold turkey. All 3 times I had a bad experience and wigged out. So
no, I only do it because I am still a 9-to-5er, but I only do it at night.
Yeah. Yep. That's crazy. When I was young, I used to sell weed, and my homeboys used to be mad because I wouldn't smoke all day. I only smoked at nighttime. I did the same thing every night. I smoked a blunt. I smoked a blunt to myself. I smoked a blunt with everybody else, and then I used to go to Taco Bell and get a grilled stuffed burrito, and then go to sleep.
And that was your routine.
That was my routine every night.
I do something like that.
1:00.
I do something like that. Like, normally, if I don't shower first, sometimes I like being high in the tub. Like, it's real relaxing. So it just depends on like the vibe I'm really trying to catch. Like,
you sound like me. I like to drink after I take a shower.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
so,
it just feel better because if I drink before I take a shower, I'm just gonna be stank all night. It's over with. I'm just running around.
Baby, I think let me go ahead and get this over with so I can really chill.
Yeah, because it's just a relaxation, man. It ain't even like no addiction. I said that to somebody yesterday. I was like, they were like, don't talk to me about your addictions. I like, it's not an addiction. Oh, I know what I was talking about. I was talking about smoking cigars because I smoke cigars like a motherfucker. And Rush Limbaugh, he a conservative radio host. He passed away yesterday.
Yeah.
And he was well known for smoking cigars. And he was like, I'm smoking these bitches the rest of my life. I don't give a fuck.
And he died from lung cancer.
He died from lung cancer.
Yeah.
So yesterday, I had just got a box of sun-growns, and they just came out a couple days ago. And I was about to light it up, and then somebody had sent that shit to my phone. They sent a screenshot to my phone, and I was like, oh, I ain't smoking today. I'm going to chill. I ain't smoking today neither. I'm going to chill. I'm like, bruh, I'm going to slow down on smoking cigars. I ain't trying to go out like that, even though he was 70 years old, and he been smoking cigars since he was 20. So he been smoking cigars for 50 years and finally passed away. But
we losing a lot of people. Like, I mean, they are older, but damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. That cancer a bitch, man.
It is.
But I'm slowing down on the cigar smoke because I ain't trying to go out like that. And like, I ain't Tupac or nothing, but I always be thinking about my death. And I be like, I don't want to be no crazy shit like that. Like, goddamn coughing my lungs out through my mouth and shit. Hell,
oh yeah,
no.
my great grandmother, she passed from lung cancer, and then I had an aunt, she passed from breast cancer, and then my great grandfather, he passed from leukemia. So yeah, cancer is a bitch.
For sure.
And it's like it's just one of the worst ways to die. Like, you just, you're not yourself.
And speaking of Rush Limbaugh, man, all y'all people out there happy about that man passing away. Y'all
I was
some
gonna
sick
say that
motherfuckers.
people are
That's
like
some sick motherfuckers.
I would never
shit.
celebrate anybody's death, but I don't know everything he used to say, so I don't know, but I'm not celebrating.
I mean, he's just a conservative. He say the same thing that
Yeah,
all other conservatives say. They all the same.
Okay.
Like, me personally, it don't matter if I watch CNN or I watch Fox News. It's pretty much the same shit, just different perspective. Like, liberals and conservatives act the same to me. It's just a different perspective. Like, you throw out a topic of a situation about a woman getting raped and her having an abortion. It's going to be the same situation, different perspective.
I do not like that they attempt to control a woman's uterus. Like, you should not be able to tell someone they can't get an abortion. And I mean, I'm not saying get an abortion at like 5 months, but yeah, I think they passed a law and it's like 6 weeks. And I'm like, come on, that's bullshit. Like, just,
See,
I don't know why they care
I try
so much
not to
about
like.
it.
I used to be real big on talking about controversy topics on my podcast, but like, I kind of shied away from it. I mean, I don't care about talking about them, but I kind of shied away from them because I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I feel like a lot of shit just stupid.
It is.
When I hear conservatives talk about like the abortion topic, for instance, since I brought that shit up already, I just be like, bruh, how are you so strong opinionated on some shit that don't involve you? You got a dick.
Yeah.
How are you so strong opinionated about some shit and you got a dick?
Yeah.
Like, me personally, like, of course I got my thoughts and opinions and shit, but like, I'm not a woman.
Yeah, I'm not
So,
just
I don't
saying,
think it
yes,
matters.
go kill babies. Like, I think when women say it, like, I feel like people hear something different. Like, I would never say, just go do it. Like, no, but what I'm saying is, it's all kind of circumstances and situations. So,
Yeah.
I just don't feel like, for one, we should be judged harshly if we ever make that step. And then for two, like, the government shouldn't get to say what a woman can do.
Yeah, that's where it get dangerous between state and law and all that other shit. That shit get dangerous there. But let's lighten it up though, man.
Yeah, that was heavy.
Yeah, I know we went from talking about cancer to abortions. All right, let me ask you this. I've been asking females this shit all week, and you got to be honest now. I'm about to ask you. You got to be honest.
I'm ready.
Future or Russell Wilson?
Are we dating them or marrying them?
Man, you the second female to ask me that shit. I don't know.
No,
Answer however you want to answer.
Okay. Let me tell you. I love a dude like Future. Like women.
Here we go. We honest here. Okay. I like this.
So if it was Future, like exactly with all these kids and all these baby Future. Mamas, I would have to choose like not him. Like because and I think that's why people get it mixed up with him and Lori, and they like we glorifying Lori, but Future I want to talk about has a lot of kids, and he's like he's not ruining families, but you know what I mean. So I would say Russell, because a guy like Russell, man, he gonna love you so hard, and he just gonna adapt. Like he gonna make it. You
ain't gonna get tired of that shit though.
Of him being so nice. Maybe we don't know. Like he got the other side. I ain't gonna lie.
I doubt it. This nigga just came out of media talking about his biggest fear is losing Sierra. What's the other side?
He love her. Like
this nigga threw an interception the last play of the Super Bowl to lose the Super Bowl, and his biggest fear is losing her. My biggest fear would be throwing another interception at the last play of the Super Bowl.
Yo, man, you know, I'm not gonna tell that man he cannot love his wife. Like.
He can love her, but goddamn, nigga, relax. And then, like, I remember when they first got together, I was like, man, this nigga making us look bad. I forgot what he did. He did some shit. Then right after that, he brought all her masters.
Yeah.
I was like, this nigga here making us look bad as fuck.
But you know, Michael B. Jordan just brought Lori Harvey stock in Hermes.
We gonna talk about Lori Harvey too before we get off of here, but
I don't know. I mean, I love Future. Like, I love like a hood dude, like smart, you know, educated, getting money, you know, but yeah, all those kids.
I seen a meme. It said women don't want Russell Wilson. They want Future to act like Russell Wilson. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying?
I won't say every woman, but yeah, like probably for especially someone like me. Yeah.
I had a woman tell me straight up. She was like, "I'm gonna keep the buck with you." She was like, "I married Russell Wilson, but I also fuck Future." She said that shit straight up, and she a real nice girl. Like she ain't even really, you know.
But let me tell you, I mean, you probably don't want to hear this, but Russell could be a beast in the bed. Like just cause he nice, that don't mean he ain't slinging dick.
I mean, he's athletic and healthy.
Yeah. So, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? I don't know about the man dick game, but he athletic and healthy and shit. So you know, you never know, but. Man, I just feel like I don't know, but I feel like women like niggas with a little edge to them, like that straight and narrow shit.
In every culture, in every race, like you like the bad boy.
Yeah, because I remember when I was young, I just told somebody this story yesterday. I said I won't say this on the mic, but I'll say it now. So when I was young, I wasn't no bad kid, but people used to label me as that shit. But I mean, I guess I did bad shit, but I wasn't no bad kid like that. But one day I was at school. I never used to go to school. But I was at school this day, and it was this girl. She was a cheerleader. She was fine as a motherfucker. And she came up to me and was like, "What you about to do?" I like, "Shit, I'm about to go have a drink and goddamn smoke." And you know, I'm young as hell. I'm in like 11th grade. And she was like, "I ain't never even drunk before." I like, "Shit, come on, you can come with me." She get in the car when we go to the crib. We had one drink, smoked one blunt, got in my room. She took off her little cheerleading outfit. And I was like, shit, I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to do that because I want to like pursue a relationship with you. And so she was like, and she was like, okay. Then I remember I came to school the next day, and I think we was just like walking through the hallway together. And one of my homeboys was like, "Man, I knew you was gonna hit that bitch." I was like, "Nah, I ain't hit her." And everybody was like, I told my close homeboy the story about what happened. And he was like, "Oh, you a bitch." He was like, "You a bitch."
He was supposed to hit that.
Yeah, and I was like, "Nah," like, you know, once you fuck her, you lose interest. And he was like, "Nigga, she don't want to be with you. She want to fuck you because goddamn, she think you a wild ass nigga."
Oh my god.
And he was right though. Like that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? So
she used you.
I don't know. She was fucking with me, but I ended up fucking with her homegirl, and that shit just fucked it up. But I was good till I did that shit.
Damn.
But I never fucked her.
Yeah, you was wild.
I should have just fucked her and kept it moving, shouldn't I?
Damn.
Players fuck up, man. It be like
Players
that.
Fuck up.
I did want to be with that girl though.
Damn.
Like I did for real, but
she hurt your feelings?
Not really. I mean,
have you talked to her recently?
We never talked after that situation.
Damn, that's crazy.
Like we was in the same house when I had fuck with her homegirl too. So it was just over after that.
Yeah.
Like she caught me and I moved on. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck about shit when I was young.
You can't fuck with homegirls.
Yeah. All I cared about when I was young was my money, and I was good. My money and my homeboys, I was straight. Like females, I didn't give a fuck. But anyway, I want to talk about Lori Harvey too. I had to make sure I sent this shit to myself on Instagram so I could play this shit. This nigga Boosie. Boosie always got opinions about shit that goddamn ain't got nothing to do with it.
And he don't care what you say about it.
Hey,
he like, this is how I feel.
It's like this with Boosie. I be like, bruh, I fuck with Boosie. I don't like his music, but I fuck with Boosie. But
you don't like none of his old music? Set it off?
I never used to like Boosie.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay.
I never liked Boosie because his voice was annoying. He sounded like Urkel. It was just annoying to me. I fuck with Webby though, but that nigga sound like Urkel. I don't care how gangster he is, nigga just sound like Urkel. But this nigga Boosie, he sometimes it's not the message, it's the person delivering the message. True. And it's like, why the fuck is this coming from Boosie? Like when you talk about D-Wade's son, like, nigga, why is you talking about this? And he
literally, he didn't say it right. Like,
yeah. All right, so listen to this.
Lord Harvey fans on my ass. Talking about I'm hating on Lord. What I want hate on Lord for? I just said y'all got it fucked up saying that's goals. If you saying that's goals, that means you want your daughter to fuck 7 or 8, 9 niggas in a couple months in the industry. If that's goals, if that's cool with you for your daughter doing that, then I can't say shit. But what's wrong with y'all motherfuckers is y'all salute the woman who get passed around, but y'all dog the woman who stick by they nigga when they nigga fuck over. Y'all dog the real bitches who stick by they nigga. You heard me? But y'all salute the bitches who go from hand to hand. The world fucked up, but the woman who stick by her nigga, find her one celebrity and stick by that nigga. I wake up to all these.
All right, I'm gonna let you go first. What you think about that?
Okay. First of all, I feel like he is addressing two different things, but
Boosie a wild boy.
Okay, Boosie. Okay. He is not wrong in a sense. Like, you know, she is doing a lot, but I just feel like we don't know everything that girl doing. And sometimes 2 or 3 months, like sometimes after dating somebody that's bad, like let's say she broke up with Future in July, and by August she might be ready to date again. September, like they're just famous or whatever. So, you know, we just see it instantly, and we never know how long, like, you know, it's been officially off or whatever. It does look like she being passed around. I don't think it's goals. I think women more so. I hope they not aiming to be like her, but I don't mind saluting her. Like, she seemed like she having fun, but I'm not aiming to be like that. But every woman had like their whole phase.
That's interesting.
So she just going through it on and you know, social media. But every woman had their whole phase, or they should.
So is it a whole phase, or is she just dating around? I'm asking because I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm real judgmental when it comes to this topic. That's why I told you to talk first. So is this a whole phase, or is she dating around?
I mean, it's a whole phase dating her. Because, you know, just because you're going through a whole phase, that doesn't mean, like, you're not dating. Like, you just kind of out there. I wouldn't recommend having more 2 or 3 people maybe in your playbook. Like, 3 is a lot. When you start talking about 3 and 4 and 5, like, that's a lot of people. But, yeah. I don't know. I stay out of rich people business.
Ain't it? That's how I be feeling, too. Like, some shit just out my tax bracket. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, she is fucking with, like, some high-profile niggas. Mm-hmm. And she fucking with them back-to-back. So it's something about her that they
Daddy's
like.
Sons.
Yeah. I mean, I think she an attractive girl, but, like.
She is.
She wouldn't be my type girl. Like, what tripped me out about niggas in the industry, because I'm going to look at this from their point of view, not her point of view, because I don't understand that shit. What tripped me out about these niggas in the industry is they all fuck with the same bitches. Mm-hmm. And I'd be like, bruh, y'all niggas rich as hell. Maybe I'm tripping because I'm not rich and I'm not in the industry, but I'm like the type shit they do, the way they move, the women they choose to spend their time with.
Very predictable.
Yeah, I'm like, if I was in that situation, I don't think I'd be like that.
Yeah, like why not bring a new bad bitch into the mix? Like it's not just these bad bitches.
Why you can't be Kanye? Like why you can't? Well, I can't say Kanye. Kanye popped out with Amber Rose, and it was everybody's first time seeing her, but he also fucked with Kim, so I guess he on both sides of the spectrum. Yeah. But I don't know, man. This is my favorite model, man. The hoes gonna be the hoes, so
facts.
Niggas just Until need to leave that shit alone.
And after Lori, there will be another one. So.
Yeah, and that's what she want to do. I thought the Michael B. Jordan shit was fake, though. I ain't gonna lie.
It does seem fake to me. I won't lie.
It looked real corny, too. But as far as people talking about like relationship goals or women trying to look up to her and shit, like it can't be that serious. No. It can't be that serious. Who like, man, nobody give a fuck about that shit. No. Just be you. If you want to be a hoe, do it. Cause like I say on this podcast all the time, us men, we love the hoes.
Y'all do.
We love the hoes.
Y'all do.
Not only do we love the hoes, we love hood bitches. That's our shit. Ain't nothing like getting this hoe ass hood bitch and she jump in the car with you and you just had the best day of your fucking life. Hell yeah. Oh my gosh. She gonna jump in the car. She gonna be like, ooh, we lit. What we doing today? I'm gonna be like, shit, Shawty, we about to go to Oaks and get some drinks and shit. Oh, I'm with it. Let me call Keisha. I got there, tell her to meet us up there. Or let me call my niggas. You know what I'm saying? Then it's up from there. Shit, ain't nothing like that shit. So there's a place for that. But don't get me wrong, we gonna wake up the next morning, go to work and be like, yeah, I gotta stop fucking with that bitch. Mm-hmm. She's not no good for me. And then we gonna call.
Yeah, because when she busts out your window.
Yeah.
And flatten your tires.
Yeah.
And
I remember I was at the club a little while ago, and I was just sitting on top of my car smoking a cigar, and I seen this girl slap out the club, walk straight up to this nigga car. I ain't gonna say what kind of car, because everybody gonna know who I'm talking about. But walk straight up to this nigga car, just start keying this shit. And I was like, yeah, I done been there before. I know exactly goddamn what that feeling is. You better
Y'all play a lot of games with us, and a lot of women can't like cipher out and decide like what's a game and what's not. So they either stand completely off and like kind of become like me, or they just keep getting their feelings hurt and getting ran through.
But you know what I never understood about women when it comes to stuff like this, and I might be a little naive, but I never understood like, so to me, all this shit really be like a big ass game.
It is.
So I never
no matter
understood,
how you decide to play it, it is a game.
I never understood like, shawty, I've been fucking with you all this time. You know damn well I don't want to be with you.
No, women don't say it.
I'm not gonna tell you that, but come on now, you know, like. How do you not know?
They don't know.
And then they send you them random ass texts like, shit'll be good for like 6 months. And they'll send you a text and be like, you don't ever kiss me or tell me your feelings. Bitch, why you think that is?
Wait a minute.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep fucking with you. So I'm not going to bust out and be like, shawty, I just want to fuck you. Why would I do that?
Man, y'all play too many games.
I mean, are we supposed to do that though?
If you just want to, you saying like just tell them in general you want to hit, or you saying like,
yeah,
I would say try it, because you never know. Like a bitch.
What if it don't work out for us?
What is not working out? Like her not talking to you? Okay, I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. So I don't know. I would rather just.
Hell yeah, it is.
I mean, well, see, that's when games come in. So you feel like you got to play games so you can keep her around, and you just want to hit.
See, I don't necessarily think it's a game, but it is a game. But like at the end of the day, it's kind of like she gotta know.
We don't.
So how do you not pick up on the context clues?
Bitches' comprehension skills are not that good, or they like want to ignore signs like. Or sometimes we try to move on and like separate ourselves from this because we're like, okay, we don't really see it going nowhere, and y'all like pull us back in. So sometimes it's not all our fault, but a lot of times we do know, especially the older you get. Like you should know. Yeah,
I feel like it's easy to be able to tell too. Like the biggest thing, Valentine's Day just passed. If a nigga ain't spend time with you on Valentine's Day, then
yeah, no, I didn't have a Valentine this year. I mean, I feel like I could have, like, but it's, I don't know. It wasn't a big deal.
Valentine's Day overrated too, though.
I feel like it's special, like, for couples, and, like, I like seeing everybody, like, get their stuff or whatever. Like, some people kind of did it big, but it's not that big a deal to me.
I had a conversation with my dog Quad the day before Valentine's Day. I don't know how he gonna feel about me saying this, but he was like, I can't say that first part, but he just went on this rant and was like, I'm saying, bro, like, if you my bitch and I'm about to marry you, why the fuck I gotta call you and ask you to be my Valentine? Like, why we doing this? Like, Valentine's Day for people in the honeymoon stage. And I was like, I
know you
that
can
nigga
still
on
give
that
her
shit.
something, but
Yeah, but see, he thought like Valentine's Day was just gonna be some cool shit. Like they exchanged gifts, they kick it, shit was cool. But she did some whole other extra shit. And he was like, damn, now what the fuck do I do? But she did it early. She did it like on Friday.
So he had time. He could have just gave her a lot of money.
I hope she don't listen to this podcast. I just told all they business, ain't it?
Sorry, I don't know you. So I will say this: like my birthday is more special to me than my than like Valentine's Day or Christmas.
Yeah. What you expect from a man like that you dealing with on your birthday? Cause I'm gonna be honest, y'all give horrible ass gifts, so I'm done with the gift giving shit.
Women can give bad gifts, and then we always feel like sex is gifts. But y'all act so excited for sex. That's why we feel like it's a gift. Like,
head
you give
should
me
not
head?
be a gift.
Oh my God.
Yeah, head should not be a gift. That shit is horrible.
But no, like, any guy that date me, like, they know I like to travel or I like shoes. Like, you can buy me some tennis shoes, perfume. You can get my hair did. Like, it's a lot of stuff that I would expect.
Okay, some simple shit. Then.
Yeah.
That's some simple gifts. I remember one time I got this girl all this shit for her birthday. When my birthday came, she got me the baddest shit in the world. And I've been on strike ever since.
Guys more expensive too though, but girl, we can be expensive. Like,
man, y'all be wanting bags like, you know, them Birkin bags be 40 bands. You know, a nigga broke, he ain't got 40 bands, but like them damn Louis bags be like 1,200 and shit.
Yeah.
And we be buying them stupid ass shits.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I could have did with $1,200? I could have went and got me a fucking Monte Carlo and restored it. But I just spent it on a fucking bag. Like, what the fuck? Then my birthday come around and you get me a motherfucking
$60 bottle of cologne.
Yeah. But see, everybody know I don't fuck with perfume. So goddamn, it'll be like a $40 bottle of liquor.
Some shit you can get yourself.
Yeah. Or like Madden from 3 years ago. That's the worst. Women do that a lot too. They buy the old video games. I don't play video games no more though. Gift cards
or give cash.
Cash and gift cards is the worst gifts in the world.
I'm probably it's so
impersonal. It's so impersonal.
Yeah, maybe I'm not a good gift
because you literally could like buy a man some drawers and t-shirts and that shit'll be $50 and that'll be a way better gift than that $100 gift card.
No.
Cause drawers and t-shirts is like one of them things that we don't ever buy because we don't be thinking.
No, I like a man that wear like nice boxer briefs.
Oh, so you
nice
don't like
socks, like preferably
the niggas that
black.
be having on the plaid Walmart.
I mean, you know, you
pants.
could do them a little bit sometimes every now and then, but yeah, no, I like them boxers.
My nigga Cook said, never trust a nigga that wear the plaid boxers.
Yeah.
Never trust them niggas, man. Hey, shit, I don't think you should trust the niggas that be having on designer boxes too. Like, nigga, I know you had them designer boxes on for a couple days, nigga. I know you did. It used to be funny, like, my homeboy had this house one time, and for some reason, he let niggas trap that bitch out. So I used to record over there. Like, if anybody watched my old podcast, that's where I used to be. I used to be in a room, like, in the back of the house, and they used to trap out the front of the house. And goddamn, them niggas used to be in that bitch wearing the same clothes for 3 and 4 days. And I remember one day I had on, like, this little decent little outfit, and one of the niggas told me, he was like, Slim, that shit fresh. You can really rock that bitch again. Goddamn, we going out tomorrow. I was like, nah, nigga, I ain't like y'all.
Throw it back on, don't worry.
I ain't like y'all niggas. I gotta wash my ass, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
have seen niggas like really trap and yeah.
Nah, wash your
grind
ass.
mode.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on the podcast. It was a real good podcast.
Thank you.
I needed a female guest. I needed a new guest anyway. I've been recording my homeboy Blue, and he been fucking my topics up. You did good.
I saw Blue on there.
That nigga Blue be fucking shit up. This nigga Blue ain't know who Fred Hampton was, but he swear he woke as fuck.
Oh, let me tell you. Okay, I know. I didn't really know who he was, but
I mean, that's okay.
I did watch the movie and like that shit did hit me. Like, I almost cried at the end. I'm not gonna lie, because I just couldn't believe that happened. I'm like, and y'all letting them make a movie about this and tell us that y'all did this, like, you know,
I mean,
he was so
it's
young.
on public record though.
Oh, it's so sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I'm actually glad they made that movie. I do know who he is, and he get a lot of respect from me.
Yeah.
Him and his wife.
You should listen to some of his old interviews too. I tell people all the time about him that like he would have been all right if he wasn't so public about retaliating on killing police officers, because it sounded like he was targeting police officers, but he was talking about retaliating against them killing people in the black community.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this is another episode of Sit Down with Slim, man. Until the next episode, we out.
Thank you, Slim.
No problem.